A 9-pound wrench fell 70 feet. It almost vaporized Arkansas. September 18, 1980, 6:30 p.m. Airman David Powell drops a socket wrench in a nuclear missile silo. The wrench punctures a fuel tank. 8 hours later, a 9-megaton warhead, the most powerful in America's arsenal, is flying through the air. This is the story of how the United States almost nuked itself because someone forgot to use a lanyard, and why 17 other nuclear weapons accidents are still classified. What's the kill radius of a dropped tool? In Damascus, Arkansas, 200 miles. Right now, 400 Minuteman III nuclear missiles sit in silos across Montana, North Dakota, and Wyoming, each one maintained by 19-year-olds with socket wrenches. The Air Force says accidents are impossible. They said the same thing in 1980. Here's what they don't want you to know. We've dropped nuclear weapons 32 times. We've lost 6 permanently. We've had 200 significant nuclear weapon incidents. And Damascus, that was just the one that almost worked. How many nukes are within 100 miles of you right now? Launch Complex 374-7 near Damascus, Arkansas, housed a Titan II missile, a 103-foot-tall rocket carrying a W-53 warhead. Yield, 9 megatons. That's 600 Hiroshimas. The blast would level everything within 20 miles. The fallout would kill millions across 6 states, all because of a wrench, 6:30 p.m. Airman David Powell and Sergeant Jeff Kennedy are performing routine maintenance. The task is simple. Remove the pressure cap from the oxidizer tank. Powell stands on a platform 70 feet above the missile's base. He's using a ratchet with an 8-pound socket. No lanyard, no tether. Nothing but his grip between that socket and disaster. The socket slips. It takes 2.7 seconds to fall 70 feet. Powell watched every millisecond. The socket bounces off the platform. It tumbles through space and strikes the missile's skin at 67 miles per hour. It punches through the aluminum like paper. Hypergolic fuel begins spraying from the hole. This isn't gasoline, it's Aerozine 50, a cocktail of hydrazine and unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine. It ignites on contact with air. It's also incredibly toxic. One breath can kill you. Powell and Kennedy see the spray and run. They make it to the control room and slam the blast door. The leak is already filling the silo with explosive vapor. What would you do? Stay and fix it, or evacuate 100,000 people? The Titan II's fuel tank holds 14,000 gallons. It's leaking 100 gallons per minute. In the control room, warning lights flash like a Christmas tree. But here's the terrifying part. The missile is still armed. The 9-megaton warhead is active, and the silo is filling with explosive gas. Senior Airman Greg Devlin makes the first critical decision: activate the vapor detectors. The readings max out immediately. The air in the silo is now rocket fuel. 8 hours to apocalypse, 7 p.m. Little Rock Air Force Base, 50 miles away. The phone rings. Colonel John Moser receives the call. Every missile wing commander dreads. We have a Category 1 mishap. Translation: a nuclear weapon is in danger. Moser asks the only question that matters: how long until it explodes? The answer? Unknown. Visual map showing evacuation zones, 520 50-mile radius. The Air Force activates the Missile Potential Hazard Team. Their job? Enter the silo and stop the leak. The problem? The silo is now a 150-foot deep fuel air bomb. One spark, from a tool, a light switch, static electricity, and everything dies. Team leader Lieutenant Alan Childers volunteers to go in first. He suits up in RFHCO gear, basically a spacesuit. Oxygen tank, full environmental seal. It's 90 degrees in Arkansas. Inside the suit, it's 120. 8:30 p.m. Childers enters the silo. The fuel vapor is so thick he can't see the missile. His detector shows 20,000 parts per million, 100 times the explosive threshold. He retreats. The warhead is now sitting in a lake of liquid fuel. The evacuation chaos, 9 p.m. Arkansas State Police begin evacuating Damascus. But here's what the evacuation order doesn't say. They have no idea how big the danger zone is. A fuel explosion? Evacuate 5 miles. A nuclear detonation? Try 200 miles. The authorities split the difference and evacuate 1 mile. Farmers refuse to leave. It's harvest season, one tells police. That missile's been there 20 years without bothering anyone. They don't know the missile is hours from exploding. Would you leave your home on a government warning? The Air Force flies in specialists from around the country. Nuclear weapons designers from Sandia Labs, Titan II engineers from Martin Marietta, explosive ordnance teams. They set up command in a budget inn 15 miles away, just outside the estimated blast radius. 11 p.m. The leak has been going for 4.5 hours. 27,000 gallons of fuel have vaporized. The silo is a bomb waiting for a detonator. Then someone notices the missile is settling. The weight of the leaking fuel is causing the Titan II to sink into its mounting. If it drops too far, fuel lines will rupture. Then it's over. The suicide mission, September 19, 1980. 1 a.m. Someone has to go back in. The plan is desperate. Enter the silo, activate the exhaust fans, vent the vapor. 2 volunteers, Sergeant Jeff Kennedy, the same man who was there when the wrench dropped, and Airman David Livingston. They suit up. Kennedy will operate the fans. Livingston will be his backup. They know the statistics. In a fuel-rich environment, their suits provide 30 minutes of protection. Maybe. Kennedy descends first. The vapor is now so thick it looks like milk. He can't see his own hands. He feels his way to the fan controls, flips the switch. Nothing happens. The fans are dead. 8 hours of fuel vapor has corroded the electrical systems. Kennedy tries the backup switch. Dead. The manual override. Dead. He keys his radio. Fans are no-go, coming up.